Hi, I'm Jennifer. This is Unearthed Relics, and today's video is all in honor of back to school season, which is in full swing here in the United States right now. I have been working for the past several months on creating fun little school-related ephemera packets. I'm going to put information in the description for the video down below and sell these for just $15, first come, first serve. That will include free shipping to anyone in the United States. And you can message me and I'll get details if I don't already have your address so that I can go ahead and get those mailed out to folks if you're interested in doing some back to school crafts. I'm also going to send supplies if you're interested in trying the craft that I am doing today. I'm going to put the images up online and you can grab those and print those out. And then if you are in need of some flashcards, I have a large stack of them, plus some of the writing paper that I'm going to be using in today's craft. So you could basically do today's craft if you wanted to try it at home, and I am willing to send those out to folks for free because I can get that into an envelope and just use a single stamp, which surprisingly I find at the Goodwill outlet from time to time. So practically free postage, and I'm happy to share the love on that front. So take a look at the description. These have got fun flashcards, photos, report cards, pieces of books and teacher's guides, like art and different kind of learning aids and things from a variety of different time periods. So they're tons of fun. They're really colorful and very nostalgic. So check that out below. And we're going to be working on a craft a little bit later that uses the flashcards and some different images from sewing patterns that kind of had like a school sort of look to them, like with books or different school related activities, as well as this one. That one's from an old textbook. And anyway, I had fun turning these into fun little cards, and we'll get to that craft here in just a little bit. I also wanted to show off one thrifted find that relates to school that I am super excited about. And that is another vintage map. This one's of the United States. I love the fact that it is actually a little worse for wear. It's kind of got holes and folds and things like that. I think that gives it character. I love the color on that, and I'm gonna work with my husband to get that hung up. I think it's actually, I don't know, I probably won't put it back here, but I got some other spots down here in the basement that I think will be fun. So I'm excited about that. I have one of the state of Indiana as well, and now I've got the whole United States. So I'm super excited about that, and it definitely has a fun school sort of feel to it. And let's get to crafting. All right, so this week's craft is pretty simple. I am going to be creating these fun kind of school themed cards using vintage flashcards, which I've got a huge stack of. I found those recently, so it was perfect timing. And all I'm going to be doing is adding some old vintage writing paper to the back of the card so that it can be a journaling card, and using some stenciling in the background, and then images that I found that kind of seem school related from sewing patterns, as well as an old teacher's guide. And yeah, I had fun finding patterns with kiddos that seem to be sort of schoolish or school related, and I'll put those up on my website with a link down below as well. So if you are curious about seeing what all I found and or downloading any of those images, you are absolutely welcome to do that. They're not super high res, but they obviously worked pretty well as images that I was able to print out and use for this project. The other thing I did was kind of tear this writing paper using stencils here in the background and just some inking around the edges of the card to give it a more vintage sort of look. This one was really fun because she was jumping rope on the pattern, and so I was able to kind of replicate that on the card here just using a little bit of string. So that was a fun one. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to crafting so you can see how it's done. This was the image that I picked out for today, and I think it'll be pretty simple. First thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and get it on cut out. I also found this cool old rubber stamp set. Found it in all different pieces. I've already kind of taken this apart because I wanted to make a fun little back to school stamp to go on some of the things that I'm working on today. So doesn't that look fun? It didn't have all the letters, but I was able to spell out the words that I wanted to spell. And I think that this will be a fun little piece. Even better.